Generic greetings! In the previous episode of Prison Architect, we got the central normal risk prison done. I think there'll be a bit of flooring here and there that we've missed out on and things like that, and maybe the tweak and change, but the bulk of it is completed, including the automatic door opening system, including all of the flooring, and obviously gratuitous violence in the canteen. So in this episode, we really want to move off from this and start construction on the right-hand prison here, which is going to be our low-risk cell block. Now, there was some uncertainty on what we're going to do when it comes to the dormitory, whether we have it is this very large one here or the sort of medium one on the right. I'm going to go for the right one because I don't want to go for really this stupid high capacity of the one on the left, because that could cause issues with tunneling, and considering this is right against the wall, I think that would be a prudent and decent choice. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run a line right across here following that, and the reason for that is I want to start cloning these cells because we currently have a grant to get a prisoner capacity of 100. Now, if we get these cells put in, it just means that we can get that grant done, and it means we don't have to rely a lot on loans, which is what we're currently doing. So let's crack on with that. So we're going to go over to quick build, clone, and we will clone from this point downward. So I've got the edge, and that technically should be correct. Okay, that's fine. And then the same on the other side. Just making sure we put it edge to edge, and then to there as well. And there, that's it. So that cost us a lot of money, which we don't actually have. So I'm going to increase that, increase our bank loan to 50 grand, and we'll speed this up to max speed. And what will happen is the workers will come in and they will build all of this. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to make sure that the deployment is set, which it is, to MinSec only. If we go over to our intake, you can see that we do have 100 prisoners available on that, so that's fine. I just don't want to receive those, which is why the MinSec ratio is closed. So even when these are built, and it might even change them over to, well, inevitably over to, oh no, I was going to say it might change it over to something else, which it hasn't. At least we're not going to receive any prisoners there. Okay, so that's fine. We also need to focus on utilities, because at the moment utilities, as you can see from here, are basically supplied by this one thing here. So we need to sort that. Now, this is going to be a bit of a problem because, as you can see, we've got a lot of crossed paths, and you can't do that. The power connections just connect up to everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it off. I'm going to probably have this power station here. We'll make a power station, and then we'll place all of the stuff around it. And then we'll connect that up and to the right, so that connects here. And then we'll get rid of all of this. Actually, no. We'll probably build this up to max. We'll then get rid of that, and then have this one power the water pump, and then connect up to this, and then this one will be extended up like so. That's probably the way we'll do it. But for now, we're just focusing on getting that increased size for the grant. So if we go to planning, we can see that this here is a 12 by 19. So that size, and same on the other side, I believe, like so. We'll double check that by just getting rid of, well, we don't want that. That's going to be the size. We'll measure the internals, which is 15, so we know that's correct, or correct as it's going to be. And then the entranceways will go there, and that'll be our dormitory. Gap 3 in the middle, and that should be correct there, and then that'll go up, and that'll be the other cells. I think that is correct. Yeah, it looks about right. Okay, just double check inside there. That's 10, and that's 10, yeah. That's 5, and that's 5, yeah, and then obviously it's the same on the other side. You know what they say, cut thrice, measure once. So, materials, building brick, and let's get the dormitory in, because if we make this a dormitory right now, it will be a very big capacity. Dormitory, placed. Dormitory placed. And we need to put a door on that. Large jail door. There we are. Okay. For good or ill, we also are going to put, instead of, I think we'll place the beds as I mentioned, as planned off here. However, the toilets, I'm probably going to put on the far left. I'm going to probably move these beds off to here and have the toilets on the far left, because there's no way I want to put it anywhere near the right hand side there, because it is pretty much just under a little bit and then you're out, which is a huge problem. We do need to put in the yard, but I think we'll do that later on. Like I say, it's just focused at the moment on increasing this capacity. Speaking of that, those, yes, need to be changed to min-sec. And let's work on the dormitories. So, over to planning and objects, the original idea was that. With the toilets, oh, sorry, no, it wasn't that, it was that. Put a gap of 2 all the way around them, you see. I generally find. And then we could have the toilets on the end of each bunk. That could be done. That could be done. The other option is, as I mentioned, is to have them like that, and then the toilets on this area. Well, actually, no. It would be the other way around for this one. This is correct if it was this one, because you want the toilets as far inward as possible. You know what? I think we'll just go with what we said originally, which is just that. Then the toilets on the internal, and then we can have other things in there. Okay, let's go with that. So we want to go over to objects and bunk beds this time, and we'll place a bunk bed like that. I like the way when you rotate them around, the ladders are there as well. That's pretty good. And there we are. So there's our dormitory. So we'll max speed that out, and let's just see what that capacity goes up to. The current minimum capacity is 14. It's just these two either side. Yeah, that's all that is. We should be very close, actually. I'm just checking. I just noticed on the left there for the general education course being completed. In fact, that's running now. It looks like it's got one more to go. One more to go. What grant was that? That is, oh, it looks like the dormitory's been done, because that's just increased our capacity to 100. Yes, it is. Excellent. So, back over to grants, cell block D, which gives us 40 grand. That is, however, to increase our prisoner capacity to 200, which is not unreasonable. We certainly will have 200 by the time we do the one on the left and on the right, but at this point, no, we will not. So we got 40 grand in order to build this. Is it possible? Well, there's only one way to find out. So we'll go over to our quick build here and cloning, and we will start cloning all of this. And you can see the size of this is such that we can just do it in one lump there. Now, because there are limits, you can see it will only go so far. We won't be able to clone everything, but we'll do what we can. That's there, that's fine. So we'll clone along like so. Sadly, we just can't get that. I'm fairly sure there'll be a. Well, I actually don't have a clue, but I'm saying I'm fairly certain that there probably will be a mod to increase the size of your cloning, but we'll see. Anyway, we're going to go over to utilities, capacitor, and we're just going to place these capacitors in here all the way around because we need them, and now we're back to 3 grand, which means more loans. So yeah, we'll increase that to that, so we now got 50 grand extra. Our total loan amount is quite high. It's 100,000. I think that's the most we've ever got, really. Just got to double check our grading there. Reoffending rate has dropped slightly to 8%, so it's dropped by 1%. However, sadly, punishment has gone down. So let's change that. Let's go to policy here, and let's increase the punishment somewhat. Destruction 2 hours, 2 hours. Escape attempt 4 hours. Serious injury 6 hours. Murder. Yeah, you get 12 hours punishment. And I would like to increase the sec, but I just can't. What's that noise? A bit of violence. Mad Hatter once again. Strong and volatile. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it. Okay. We'll do a shakedown. We might as well. Although, there's a lot more places to search now. You can hear that noise, that ting 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 ting. That's the capacity of the power station being increased by the added capacitors. And, oh yes, that's happened. Change that, like so. Right. So now that that's in, what we need to do is alter the way this is connected. So I want to remove that and that, and then I'll connect it up there, and I'll connect it up there. I'm going to prioritize the removal first, because that would be bad if we didn't. And that's going to power everything down now, which it has, yep. And now we'll prioritize the building, and then it means that everything should be powered up. Now we now have water. No, we don't have water anymore. We will have water shortly, though. There's that one that they haven't done. Typical. And because the automatic door openers don't work, they're going to spend ages trying to go back and forward. Why wouldn't they prioritize? Oh, come on. Open that one. There's literally a guy patrolling there, and they're not coming back and forward. I think we need an automatic door opener on that door. I think we'll put that in shortly. And we're also going to stop the shakedown just because it's too chaotic. And we don't have any food. Right, okay, so I've just caused a maximum calamity here. And it's simply because they haven't connected up 3 little bits. There we go. Right, that is now connected up and there is lighting. However, danger level will start to increase. If we go over to needs, you can see that will be a food need. It's not critical, but it is increasing. Okay, that's understandable. What's happened there? Recent misconduct. Found weapons. Oh, okay. Oh, she's almost finished the general education qualification. Success chances 100% according to that. That's great. That's excellent. Yeah, as I said, before we do anything else, I think door servo there would be an advantage. The rest of it we don't really need because the kitchen staff go this way. Yeah, you can see they go that way. So that's fine. That's fine. We'll prioritise the building of that. This one is pretty much sorted. Double check deployment. It is doing its little trick of having a tiny bit there. So we need to do the canteen. So let's do that. So we're going to go over to cloning once again in quick build. And I'm guessing we just can't do... No, we can't do all of it, which is a shame. So we've got... Hang on. Something's wrong there. Why has that happened? What's happened there? See that there? Phone booth there, but with a lump there. Is that correct? 8 and 8. It is definitely the right distance from the wall. I have no idea. Let me dismantle that then. And, yeah. Demolish that bit of wall. Just think, would it be worth it doing this? Doing this manually, but I don't think so. Right, so let's see if we can get this in. So there should be the correct place, which it is. And one of the things you mustn't do is lose your place. Because if you do that, quite frankly, you might as well start again. Okay, that's all correct. We'll do the other side too. And if this is correct, it'll be a miracle. Yeah, and then there. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Oh, someone's been... Oh, that's messed up completely. Oh, is it one further up? Yeah, it's one further up. That's the problem. I was wondering what it was. Right, okay. So, we're going to cancel all of that room building there. We don't want to do any of that. We want to stop all of the construction, and we want to, quite frankly, disassemble. How have I managed to get that? That is weird. Dismantle object. All of these bits, they are absolutely all over the place. The whole thing is just chaos. Oh, good grief. Anyway, we might actually run a electrical cable in here as well. Which way does it run? Oh, it runs up like that, does it? Okay. We'll just do that for now. Get a bit of lighting in. In terms of the walls, we'll demolish those. And demolish that. And then it goes along there, doesn't it? Yeah, that's all it is. It's just, it's slightly too big. Okay, so we have got a grant completed, which was our education grant, which is fantastic. We don't have another grant to get. There are 2 hidden grants, but you can see we've got Carpentry Apprenticeship Programme. It's basically cell block, E and F, I think. I think that's what it'll be. Anyway, at least we are getting here. So let's go over to brick wall and build a brick wall. Was it across there? And there. That is... I believe correct. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense now. So we had a door there, we had a jail door there, we had a phone booth in there, and that's actually it. Oh, sorry, and an automatic door servo, which obviously we haven't yet got connected there. Speaking of not connected, I do want to go over to utilities and connect that door servo over to there. Because, well, we need it. Right, currently sleep time, which is fine because I want to do that. I want to get some shakedowns this night rather than the chaos that was yesterday's. What was I going to do? Kitchen. Did I extend the kitchen up there? I did, and I don't know if that is a good idea or not, but anyway, that's how it is, so we'll do that. Yep, and then canteen, which is that. Is that correct? It is correct. Okay, shakedown. And, oh, we have some lighting. Excellent. You can see it says there are no prisoners assigned to eat at this canteen. That is what it says at the moment. If we go over to deployment, it will inevitably be, yep, all over the place. And, well, look at that, tiny little bits that are just not sectioned off. Right. That power's fine. That power is fine. Let's start running some more electrical cables. So electrical cables will go according... If we're following the same thing as this, it is basically that. We will dismantle that bit there. Actually, technically we can just dismantle that. And then we want to run that up. Like so. And actually further. But I don't know how far yet. So I'm just going to run it up to there. The next thing we'll be doing is the yard, because then we know what the sort of centralised bit is. So in terms of contraband, you can see we've got batons and things like that. Let's just check out the last 24 hours. We've got a needle there, which was stolen from the infirmary. Booze was smuggled in from visitation. Okay. Got booze that was smuggled in from the kitchen, a lighter smuggled in from the kitchen, and a phone smuggled in from there. Okay, we do have a bit of a problem there then, so I'm going to put dog patrols. I'm going to set a dog patrol up in the visitation just to try and smell out any of the some of the contraband there. Not that it's a big problem that's been stuff that's been brought in. It's just be better to search that. So focus open on that. Force open on that. Yeah. That's fine, that's fine. That one can be locked open anyway, so that's fine. And all of these as well need to be locked open, so there we are. There's our shakedown complete. Nothing untoward and no tunnels as well. At least not that we know of. That's the thing. Sometimes you do your best and it's still not enough. Okay, so in terms of brick wall, we need to build this here. I'm going to plan it off first, I think. So it is 4 from there, is it? Okay. So it's 4, 4. Pretty sure it's that. So we'll check the internal diameter. 7 by 13. 7 by 13 looks bang on to me. Okay, so that means foundations and bulldoze, and we want to bulldoze all of that and then place the brick wall in like so. You can see we're now getting some light into this place. That is in need of a jail door. Standard jail door, not a large. There we go. Also some grass as well, which we will place because, well, we can. And that was an interesting thing there. Did you see that was like a flash? Don't know what that was. But it cancelled my selection, so I don't know what happened there. Let's force open these doors, because that's how they are going to be set as in general. And there we are. So, we have loads of stuff to do. However, I'm thinking, do we prioritise the shower and everything else? Or do we just keep on building? With 72 grand, there's no reason why we can't just keep cloning, I don't think. Quick build and clone then, and we will do just that. So the common room, I'm going to clone like so. Now you might think, oh well, it's, you know, we're putting the extra walls in and such. If the wall's already there, as far as I understand it, if the wall's already there, it'll be fine. It doesn't rebuy it. There's all that on the right hand side. And we'll do the left hand side then, which we can get. You know what I should probably do, make it easier? We'll just do each individual room. Unless we can get it like a double like that. And there we are. Excellent. Obviously there's some things we'll have to do manually. We'll have to place the flooring in and the metal detectors, but that's not too much of a problem, is it really? In terms of our capacity, it's still 100. We do need to place the electrical cables in and such. I think what we'll do is once these rooms on the left and right are completed, apparently there's a tunnel there. I think that's an erroneous one. Yeah, once these rooms are completed, honestly, I think we'll just get some prisoners in. We'll just hire some more guards and some more staff, like the cooks, and we'll probably have to do the family cells as well. Although we don't really need to be fair, because once people come in and if there are some family members there, it's a very quick job to get that cloned up. So we need the shower, really, don't we? I think the shower is the main thing to be cloned. So the shower goes there. And there. And then finally the little strip in the middle. There. Okay. And 15 grand left in the kitty. It just means, however, that we need to go ahead and plumb it all in. We can take some more money, more loans out to get more money if we need to. We need to wire it up. We need to connect the water up. We need to get the patrols done and hire some more staff. And that's what we'll do next episode. And that means we could probably get low-risk prisoners probably by the back end of next episode. I don't think that's unreasonable. When you consider we've got what we've got done here, which is, well, a lot. A hell of a lot, actually. I need to run the water pipe over there as well, don't I? Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot done. It got a lot done. That's quite good. It just shows you what you can do with a shed load of money. Who would have thought? Yeah, it's sort of obvious, isn't it? That was one thing. There's been a couple of comments regarding the selling of prisons. You know, we have sold shares previously, You can see that there, the prison value. It's actually not, we don't get much because of the grant, I believe. Anyway, yeah, we can sell shares, and we have done quite regularly. But the selling of the prison we've never done. If you sell the prison, you get the total sale price, and then you just start and you just get a new map. I have done that a couple of times, and we have built them. This is years ago, and I haven't done it recently just because there's no real reason other than just haven't done it. So yeah, we might do that at some point. We might not. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, next episode, as I said, we will go ahead and connect up the wires, well as electricity, water, patrols. Probably we need to do an extra, have some more door controls and phone taps and things in there. Metal detectors, and that's it. Yeah, so we should be able to hopefully get prisoners, low risk prisoners, by the end of next episode. But we'll see, as always, how it goes. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.